right, so pre-market. Pre-market, we have a lot of stocks on watch. There's a lot moving today, which is awesome. Unfortunately, a lot of it is also underneath the VWAP, unfortunately. So let me go ahead and pull up Streamlabs real quick so I can so I can at least see my Twitch stuff. Give me a second. Don't know why I don't already have this pulled up, but my apologies. Okay. All right. Awesome. Okay, so we have ATER. I'm going to be going for the daily high. The daily high is 1350, so I'm going to go for the break of the daily high. This one, is curling up here, so there's a possible chance we can actually see. Well, there's a possible chance we can actually see that this curls up and possibly, I don't want to say breaks this high necessarily, but it can shoot that high. It definitely has a potential. If it's done it once before, it can definitely do it again. And it's looking pretty good on this curl. I'd say every day it's more volumes but climbing up, so just like this one ramped up here, it's looking like the same move. So I'm pretty confident in this one breaking the daily high. Where I'll take position, I don't know yet. It's holding above VWAP. Pre-market was kind of just slow, so I'm not really so sure about pre-market. But overall the daily high is the goal on this one. We have NNVC. NNVC looked pretty good on the daily. However, it actually got halted pre-market for whatever reason. No, not sure why. It was moving and going underneath the VWAP, but all of a sudden it took or it got in a halt. VRDN not really on watch. BKYI was actually on watch, but I don't know. It's coming up to its 200, and not sure what this one really has for it. EDSA was another one I had on watch, but EDSA the daily wasn't looking the best, so I didn't bother. I drew trend lines regardless because I did see a kind of a pattern. It would trade in a range and then it would trade in this range, so it does have some of a pattern, but this would have to break above VWAP for me to be interested. So let's go back to ATER. The ATER here is going for the daily high already. I need to get in on a pullback if anything. I don't want it to break the daily high without me. That's gonna actually suck. So let's see if we can get in on a pullback somewhere here. I'm gonna buy in there. 64. There's 50. I want to see it break 50. Selling there, broke 50. So not a big loss, thankfully. Only a $60 loss. That's okay with me. Was hoping that I had more momentum to break the daily high, or the the last 1 minute high, which was 1279. It was kind of holding 1260 for a little bit. Kind of felt it had the same move as yesterday on that one candle in which I got in and flushed immediately on ZIVO, I believe. Oh no, it's actually ATER, the same stock, same move happened to me. The same exact thing happened to me yesterday, so that's okay. But this is actually, holding its level now, coming back up once again. Spreads are pretty big. It's choppy. No, I don't really like the choppy action on this one yet. So hopefully if this one can hold this, okay. I kind of want to get in, but I don't want to. It's too whippy right now, or choppy, I guess. So in the next 1 minute candle, hopefully it doesn't break 13 yet. But if we can see if this can hold this level and not break 13 yet, there's 1290. I want to get it on the next 1 minute candle. So I'm saying I don't want it to break 13 just yet. Buy in here. Probably bought in. This is a pullback, so I'm gonna hold in this pullback. I'm gonna, anticipate the break of the last 1 minute high. I don't want to break into the 50s though. There's 60. I'm already past my. I'm at stop out. So there's already a 125 loss right there. 2 back-to-back moves like this, just not holding. It surges and then pulls back too hard. So, and look, now it's all the way back up. So that's very frustrating. The reason I buy in here though is because it's holding its level. Like it's holding, like, that gets me so pissed. It drops, touches VWAP, and then boom, surges and breaks the new high. Like what? To me, it just doesn't make sense. But I mean, that's how the market is sometimes. There's a break at 13. That's what I was actually looking for in the next candle, but it's going without me, so it's gonna break the daily high here without me most likely, unfortunately. I didn't want to hold through that entire pullback because it's just too much. So here's the daily high at 1330. Jesus, that sucks. Gets me very frustrated. Haven't hit my stop loss for today. I'm almost there though, $25 away, $26 away. So there's the daily high break. Actually, what am I talking about? 1350 is the daily high. So it's almost there, but not even 5 minutes in the day and I'm already down. 2 similar trades. Lost on a pullback. I tried to get it on a micro pullback and it was holding the level. I felt, it was just going to take off after that, but unfortunately not. So let's see if we can actually get a better setup here. Hopefully I can make some profit back. So the 5 minute high is 1335. We can go for that setup instead. So let's see if we can get a pullback, possibly to maybe below 13. See, but now it's actually holding 13, which is very frustrating because this is what I was expecting, for it to hold and then take off. On these candles back here, I was expecting to hold and then take off. It looked pretty solid, but obviously it didn't work out my way. So this one might just take off without me as well. I kind of just want to see it hold this 1330 range, get or see some sideways consolidation. Don't want to see a break on this candle just yet. We're gonna try it one more time. I feel like this one might pull back to 13 though. I'm gonna buy here at 1314. It's holding this level really well, so I'm just gonna buy in. I'm gonna go for the 5 minute high break, which would be 1330 something. What's the high here? 1335. So that's what my overall target's gonna be. See if we can get the break at 1320 though. Really want to see this break. There's 25. Going back to 13 now. I don't really like that. I'm gonna stop out here at 20. Wow. Jesus. Oh my god. So I didn't really make anything on that. I made $4 back. Cool. The reason I stopped out was because it opened kind of low and I felt like it was just gonna take off a little bit and then just plummet, so I sold it. This one's pretty tricky, I'm not gonna lie. Made $4 back. It's not what I wanted, definitely not the move that I wanted. And here's 35, so there's 35. So today for me is just not my day. So let's go check out some other stocks, see what everything else is doing. VRDN just somewhat moving, not a lot of volume coming in though. HLBZ, BKYI, PMBC, NNVC. This one's still not open. I actually wondered what happened to this one. RKR, ATER. Okay. So ATER here is just kind of sideways still. It does look like it has potential to continue higher. It looks like it's kind of just waiting for a break higher, but it's kind of slow right now. I'm not really sure where this thing wants to go because it has so many topping tails here. Looks kind of top heavy. I don't really want to buy into one of those. I would like to see a pullback on the next 10-minute though, because if we can get a pullback to 13, I can buy that dip. VWAP's right at 13, and then if it can break over to 1350, that looks solid. But it is slowly climbing here. There's 5 cents away from the daily high here. $48. So it's having a hard time breaking through that resistance level there. This might be our chance to get in on a pullback. We'll check this next 5-minute candle. I don't want it to pull all the way back to 13 because this 5-minute looks, you know, it would look pretty bad if it pulled all the way back. So there's a break of the daily high. Broke without me there. This can pull back to around 1320 or so. That'd look great. There's 28, 25. I don't want to buy in yet because I feel like this next 1-minute candle that's about to open might continue lower. So gonna wait and see. It is holding 1330s. Really, really nice though. Let's see. How far is this thing gonna go down if it does? If this can tap 1320 and hold and shoot back up to 30s or 40s, then that's looking, you know, solid. It's having a hard time holding 40s here. So there's 34, 30. 28. It's gonna break 28, 26. 20. So there's a drop. 13 to 12. Ugh, okay. I want to buy it, but I don't like how it's so close to VWAP. There's a drop below VWAP now. 5-minute doesn't look good. Same with 10-minute, doesn't look so hot. This would need to climb back above 13. MACD's crossing on the 1-minute. But that 5 and 10-minute look disgusting right now. Okay, let's go check out some other stocks. NNVC, VRDN. VRDN here is curling back up to the VWAP, which looks pretty nice. Not sure how much potential it has though. see, SLDB. Okay. Nice 5 and 10-minute move there. So it's, like I said, extremely unfortunate that on ATR here, both times that that I got in on an early entry, it just turned on me. It just dropped too much for me to continue holding. So normally I have a 15-cent stop. One of them I let it run a little more than I should have, but so I bought in at what, 83 here and then sold back at 48. So it's about like a 35 cent loss there, which was totally unnecessary, but and then it's a slap in the face when it drops, and then it just shoots all the way back up. So here's a curl back on the 1 minute, but I honestly don't think this is gonna hold. I think this is just a small pullback, and then we're gonna see it back below VWAP. Just judging by the 10-minute. 10-minute doesn't look very strong. It has to, like, it would have to go back up to around 1330 and hold this level. So there's 1320. If it can actually hold this level, the next 5 minute doesn't look that bad. I know it has that huge pullback, but 1352 is actually possible. Let's see what it wants to do here. I mean, it's holding it so far. So the high of this candle's what? 34. Getting on a pullback here. I'm gonna wait for that pullback. Buy in here. So, well, I guess I'm in at 1320 now. Okay, so 1320, we're gonna go for the 1 minute high break. It's 27. Don't like that. So selling. Okay, I think I'm done for today. I think that's gonna be it for me. I sold it right there just because I'd seen it back at 20 and I didn't want to hold for another flush down through VWAP. So bought in somehow at 20. I guess it's because I bought on the ask, and it just wasn't breaking, that level wasn't continuing higher. So 3 losses not back to back, but 3 losses on this one. Just rough day with ATER today. Just not my stock for sure. I lost $40, 41, 42 actually in commissions pretty much, and then just $100 in the trade in general. So my max stop loss for the day, or just in general, is 150. This one was just so frustrating because I'd get it on a pullback. I'd feel this is pretty strong. It held, on the previous candle, and boom, it just flushed. I was like, okay, whatever. Same thing with this candle. Felt it was, holding this level pretty well, and I decided to buy in. Dropped, and I was like, okay, I can't hold for a flush through VWAP. Like, no way. Sold it. Immediately takes off. This one expected, it had a sideways consolidation. 2 candles. It was just sideways, and then I held it through another minute, but it just wasn't taking off how I wanted it to. Open kind of low, and I sold it. Then you see this curl back up, and I'm like, dude, like, what's up? So I don't know. Right here, it looks like it has potential again to the upside, but I don't know. This one's just so choppy, so tricky. I'm not getting it. I guess I just can't understand the stock. So see what else is on the move here. Wrecker made a nice move there. NNVC still not unhalted. SPIR. This one's pretty volatile. 15 to 16 right there in that one candle, so that's pretty impressive. So whippy though, about a 20-cent spread, then back to 10. So kind of hard to say whether it's even worth trading. Not sure what's going on with this one, if there's news on it or not. SLDB. So here's a good entry here. Potential entry, actually. The only reason I wouldn't is because the MACD is crossing here. Not about that. Also, the 10-minute looks disgusting. So, also not interested in that. But I think that's, like I said, I think that's it for me today. Couldn't figure out ATER. You know, just I knew what it wanted to do pre-market. I was shooting for the daily high break. Here it's coming back up to 1350. Huge seller there on the ask. See if we can break that level. Just, you know, 3 loses in a row on this one. Just I can't figure it out. So, oh well, I guess this one's definitely just gonna take off without me. But we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. We'll see what the market has for us tomorrow. I don't think I'm gonna trade ATER tomorrow if it's, you know, still climbing. Just not a trade for me right now. I think I'm gonna take it easy and, you know, try to look for something else. So we'll see you guys tomorrow.